It's week 2 of the National Football League. And coming up next, we'll see Kenneth Walker. He had a nice effort a week ago with a pair of touchdowns. It's the Commanders and the Vikings. Next.
The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead. And we're off in week 2. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. So here are the Commanders making their way out. It's Josh Allen that'll be orchestrating the offense, a 6'5" quarterback from Wyoming.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
The start less than ideal as they already face a 2nd and long. Here's Allen. He short arms that one just a bit. It's low and incomplete. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Allen. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
You get a sense what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there in the opening drive, but that ball's incomplete.
Washington going to send out their punter. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. It's taken to the 26. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
And he is just absolutely marvelous to watch throw a football. That's something I could do all day long, watch him throw routes versus air. But he's even more impressive when their body's on the field, and he's creating with big throws downfield.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Looking for Jelani Woods that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down. You talk about this Washington defense. They've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5. And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. It's Steele. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Vikings are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and hook themselves out.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. A tough spot here, 3rd and 15. To the air, Allen. Under pressure, they got him again. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. Washington going to send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Returnable here from the 38. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position, 1st and 10. They'll go with Lindsey up the middle. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brandon, that's what you call being manhandled at the point of attack. And I know the offensive line gets a lot of blame for that one. But occasionally, the defense just knows what you're going to do. Maybe they scouted it perfectly. Maybe someone tipped it off. But on that play, it had no chance.
It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down. You talk about this Washington defense. Well, they've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. Here we go on 4th. Herbert. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to pick up the Vikings' 1st down. And they come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving and then some. A give up the middle to Lindsey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Another run by Lindsey. And boy, this burgundy and gold defense charged up now. They stop him behind the line again. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Commanders are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this 1st quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening?
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. Washington going to send out their punter, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Taken from just outside the 30. A solid 12-yard return after the 55-yard punt. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by one score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. A run with Lindsey out of the gun. He'll get this down to the 38. The Vikings are 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance in the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
A first down there on a pickup of 25. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. With his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Vikings go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Washington ready to try again on offense. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Allen maybe with a free play. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Offside. Defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Allen now on first down. A short one here, caught by McBride. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's second down. Allen trying to hurry everybody up to the line of scrimmage. On second down, here's Allen. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Throwing now is Allen. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Down the left sideline. Inside the 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, the way things have been going to this one, Charles, it was only a matter of time before this defense got involved and made a big play. And they do right there. Gosh, this lead is so large, CD, and we're only in the first half.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing that's so amazing about it. You mentioned this large lead. How's this their first takeaway of the game? And what a spectacular run it was. Adding to the lead, showing the true dominance, and you're exactly right. We're still in the first half.
And able to get this out to the 25. The Commanders' offense returning to the field. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this will be taken at the 13. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Looking for Woods that time, and it's 2nd down. Herbert. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Steele. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Here's Herbert. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando. Well, everyone's eager to resume play here in this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. How come the Vikings don't have it first on offense as we begin the third? Second half starts with a run by Lindsey. Now he's loose again and finally brought down at the 31-yard line. 97 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll go again with Lindsey. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now a handoff for Lindsey. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Out of the gun, Herbert. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the micro.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 28-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. First possession of the second half now for Washington. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
Well, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They're looking deep here for Flowers. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And some room to maneuver. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Here's a give to Lindsey. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. They have not seen that much today. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. They'll run. It's Lindsey, and he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. That is caught. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
With the kind of game he's had so far, he had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
126 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it. They'll run with Lindsey, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Vikings will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes this 35-0 now.
Commanders nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Washington offense set to take over. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This offense so far on 3rd down, they're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now Allen. Complete. Smith has it. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Allen. A quick throw there is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down. Now Allen. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. Now he's free at the 35. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Allen going to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Allen will try again on 2nd down. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. That's just his 2nd catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game. They've done a great job of doing that.
Allen hit. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble. Fortunately for him, that ball stayed close so that he could recover it on his own.
And you know the prayers that were going through his head as the ball escaped from him? How happy was he at the end of it when he found the football again, able to retain possession?
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Commanders went for it, but they cannot pick up the first. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Been a very strong performance for them, really on both sides of the football. The turnover. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. He may go. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. 69 yards. And the Vikings are on their way to a 2-0 start. Extra point splits the uprights, and it is 42-0. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Washington offense set to take over again. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Allen now looks to throw. A short one here caught by McBride. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
So it's Commanders football as we get back to it. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Again, they'll throw with Allen. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Here's Allen to throw it. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And we are keeping a close eye on his catches. A really close eye now because that's number 899 in his career. The next one will give him 900. Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. Washington going to send out their punter. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late 4th quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game.
On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they got it going today.
4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
So not just a blowout win for them today, Charles, but a shutout blowout win as well. Clearly just a superior effort on both sides of the ball.
Hey, didn't it feel like you get a touchdown, you get a touchdown, then the defense jumped up and said, hold it. We're getting involved as well. You're exactly right. Big points.